Hello and welcome back to the fun monthly review of everything that's been going on in K-pop with the What is K-pop podcast. Woo. So to let the cat out of the bag now, funny enough, we actually have Petal with me right now in the lounge with me. I'm ill. Can you tell? I'm sure everyone who's listening to this can tell. I have the cold. I have the dreaded cold that I don't know if it's been announced on trying to explain it. I don't know if the episodes where I've talked about it are out yet. It might be the ones that are coming out in March. But my mum and my sister got the cold first, and that's because of the fact that they go to work and stuff and probably just kind of interact with more people. And my dad I kind of had a bit of a sniffle and a bit of sore throat and stuff. So I was like, well, I might have missed it, you never know. You never quite know what is going on in your own body. So I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna take it as I've got a healthy immune system. I'm able to cope with colds better than my parents and my sister. No, the other day I woke up with a sore throat, and then I woke up with a sniffle, and then I woke up with my voice going, and here we are. And I did record an episode the other day, which will not be going out for a while. It's about a fun little thing I'm doing in April, but you have to wait and see about that. And I think I sound worse, but I don't know. I can't tell. I'm honest, I can't tell. And I hate that I'm not having to do this episode. I cannot. I don't have to do it if I don't want to. You know, when you're just like, okay, well, there are just some things in this world that you kind of need to do, and one of those things that I need to do is record the monthly review of everything that's been going on in the month of February whilst I sound like I'm halfway to my grave, And also what's not helping is that my nose is so sensitive, but also it keeps on running. So that's fun. It started pretty much after I came back from my support group thing that I went to yesterday. So my nose has just been horrible since then, and I've been trying to not sound like I'm dying, but it's very, very hard. So Sophie, why are you recording on the 27th of February and not the 28th? Well, the thing is that I don't know, I never know how what to write for the events that go on, because certain ones I'm not going to write for example, reasons why you should watch an XK drama. You hear them on Soompi a lot, or on Korea Boo there's a lot of stories that get made that are about things that have gone on in K-pop in the past and they just want to make a story about it, right? Or on All K-pop there's what can I find? It says about the wins that have gone on and the performances and stuff. So I don't write about that. Or I write about things that I want to talk about. So I have 162 at the moment, with it finishing with An Sung-gil from The Givers working with A Bloom, which used to be 50-50 for their music. And I'm going to be talking about points 1 through 88 today, and then 89 to whatever it is tomorrow. My technical time frame finishes at 4 p.m. tomorrow, so that's when obviously I'll record the podcast and then release it, because then that's when March starts in Korea, because I'm in England. I think it starts at 4. I'm in England, so it would start whenever the time zone. I don't know. I'm sure it's explanatory, but yeah. So right now it's 4 p.m. No, not 4. But what am I wrong? 9:30 at night. Can I time zone? This has this really cool feature actually, where you can figure out. It's typically for meetings. So I'll just put. It says cold test, so I'll just carry on. So if I put Seoul, I don't think I have to put a phone. My phone is having a heart attack. Shush, shush, sweet child. Put it for next day. So when it's oh, so it actually finishes at 3. I didn't know that. So no, I'll do it at 3 then. So when my time is 3 p.m. It's midnight in Korea, so it's like Colchester in Korea. So that's when March starts. So then March's month in review starts. So that's when I'll be doing it. But that's why I'm doing it. I'm doing it in two parts. Lots of it was so funny actually when I was starting it because it got into oh god, I think it was about the 4th of March, not 4th of March, 4th of February. And I was like, there's virtually nothing happening. Like, this month in review is gonna be really boring. And that isn't to like criticize or anything, it's just like what I genuinely thought at the time. And then, well, I wouldn't say that like everything then cascaded, but it certainly started to ramp up because we only got to 86 points last month, or 80 something, I don't know, I've not watched the episode. And I was like, okay, well, that seems to be roughly where like a 31-day month kind of goes. But like January is always going to be quite quiet because obviously we've just had Christmas and stuff. So I'm starting to think that maybe we might even get up to like the 200 event mark. And so that will be like 3 episodes. I don't know. But like, honestly, I just find it so funny how like I just assumed it and now we're here. And I'm like, oh dear. No, we have to do it. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. It means that I get to rabbit on for like 40 minutes, but current state not that good. It's fine, it's whatever, it's a thing. Sometimes you have to go to work when you're ill and stuff. I actually used to go to school pretty much, not so much when I was in primary school, but definitely when I was in secondary school. I kind of wanted that perfect attendance, and so every time, like, even if I wasn't feeling the best, even if I had like a headache or something, I still went to school. But then when I got to sixth form, I would like just not then end up like going in and stuff. Yeah, okay. So anyway, sometimes you do just have to end up working even if you're not feeling oh well. Right. Anyway, so starting off, we have Mion from G Idol. She opened up her solo YouTube channel when she went on her birthday. That's words. We can do words, Sophie. Well done. I wonder if I can find it actually. Let's have a look. Mion. Mion. Where can I find it? It says about her like solo music and stuff. Would it be on there? No, because it's a topic. So what? Solo, me on solo. Well, why does it say that she has a solo channel? And yeah, I can't find it. Make that make sense. I'd love to know. Or maybe it's only exclusive to South Korea. I don't know. Either which way, I can't imagine ever doing YouTube on top of being a idol. Like, I only do this for fun, and yet I'm still like inundated sometimes with having to do episodes. But there was also a fire at the Hangul Museum, but it was put out very quickly. I don't actually know what is in that museum. Let's have a look. Copy, paste, search for the Hangul Museum. National Museum in South Korea. What do you have? It showcases the cultural and political context, linguistic structure, and evolution of the Korean alphabetical character system known as Hangul for exhibitions, research activities, and education. I did think that. I was assuming that it had something to do with the alphabet and stuff. So it had been closed actually due to expansion works, and no damage had been recorded to the collection, which had been transferred to another place, and that the remaining artifacts were transferred to the National Museum of Korea for safekeeping, and had mainly damaged the 3rd and 4th floors and injured one firefighter, which isn't the best, but is also pretty damn good in context of that sort of stuff. So hopefully they're able to carry on the repair works, and that firefighter is doing all right now. Next up we have is G-Dragon will have another solo concert and eventually a tour with his comeback. Obviously we know that he has had his comeback and has pretty sure he's announced this. I don't think it's a world tour, but I think it's like a tour. I don't I love this. So Love Scout. aired as scheduled, even though there was some doubts about it. Love Scout is a K-drama that I believe it's finished now. Oh, and it's on Viki. Yeah, so it finished on the 14th of February and aired every Friday and Saturday. I wonder if it's good. I can always give it a go, actually. Yeah, I might have a little watch of that. And the boys announced a March comeback, which we now know to be a full-length album, but that will be coming. That information will be coming tomorrow. NCT wishes Riku will come back from his hiatus in March. And I'm not going to lie, I genuinely thought he had already come back because I could have sworn I saw like a picture of all 6 of them, but that might have been before his hiatus. And I mean, granted, I'm kind of a silly goose when it comes to that sort of stuff. Schumann also announced he's having a comeback in March, which we now know is called Interview X, and Hype Japan Labels, which has changed its name, but we're going to be talking about that in a minute, will be hosting a new show to make a new group, which has actually already started airing, which I'm surprised about, but I mean, they do tend to have a quick turnaround with like TV shows and then TV shows being announced and then them starting to air. But then when they announce to come back, it's normally like 2 months in advance. So I'm like, which one is it? Woo. And actor Kim Do-hoon joined Peak J Entertainment. And also Taecyeon denied proposal rumours despite seemingly proposing to his girlfriend in Paris in front of the Eiffel Tower. And I'm like, mate, it's okay if you propose to your girlfriend. It's alright, we're supporting that, alright? You don't have to deny it. But no, he said he didn't propose. And Jisoo's agency announced legal action against malicious rumours. Her agency is called Blissu, if you didn't know. And the group from Universe League, I think, AHOF, will debut in the first half of 2025. And Blackpink also announced a 2025 tour and has announced like the dates and stuff for it already. And they're quite close by, and hopefully we'll get some more new music before then. But I'm like, it's gonna be rushed. It's gonna be a rushed comeback, and it's gonna be a rushed job of a tour. I can already see it. Bam Bam from GOT7 left his company Abyss, which is a shame because I mean I did like his music that came from that company, but it did appear that perhaps they weren't the most receptive towards him taking care of his mental health. That's all I'm going to say on that juice. J-Hope from BTS confirmed that he is going to be making a March comeback and he's actually going on tour, but that's not been promoted too well, so a lot of armies are not very happy at the moment about that. But I'm like, it's J-Hope, obviously he's going to sell out the tour. Like, I don't think Hype really needs to be worrying about that sort of stuff, but you know, it's unfortunate that like these people don't get the promotions that they so clearly deserve. P Nation, which is the company made by Psy, they might be producing a new group with Soyeon from G Idol helping them. And also New Jeans, they announced their new name, NJZ, which I am not going to be using. And Adore is not a very happy bunny about that, and they have actually gone on public record to say that they want news sites to use their original name, and I actually agree with that because that is their name. New Jeans is the group's name, and I am not using their new name because that's not their name. They can't just kick off and expect everyone to just believe them. I'm sorry, but no. So EXO's Chanyeol has donated enough money to people with hearing impairments now he is in like an exclusive club for that, which like what even happens in those clubs? Do you get like invited to a special events and stuff? Do you get like present? I don't know. I feel like that would be kind of disingenuous though. Yeah, I just wouldn't even. I'll just do it really quietly and just never mention it and say, like, under no circumstances can you put my name in, like, public media or something. Because I'm like, nah, nah. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it quietly in the bushes. So, actress Go Eun-ah has suffered an unfortunate face injury. Do I know her from anything? I don't know. I thought I was getting a nosebleed then for a second, but I didn't. Next, we have I don't know why I mentioned this, why I put it down, but Junghan from 17 has bought himself an apartment. I damn near said 80s, but no, it's 17. And IVE gets a triple crown as the first group to ever have 5 perfect all kills for different songs, which is very, very cool. Treasure will make their comeback on the 7th of March. Infinite will make their comeback on the 6th of March. And Yeji from ITZY will make their debut as a soloist on the 10th of March, which I will be listening to, and I will give my reviews of, I don't know, whenever I decide to upload the review. I don't know. Source and Adore, obviously both under Hype, are going to be suing YouTubers. And I had to mention this because honestly I thought it was, I cackled when I found this out, because I was just like, well, I mean, I guess they didn't say they were, we just assumed. SHA48, which doesn't have any connection to AKB48, has a male member in their group because they didn't directly say that they were a girl group. So they were like, well, we didn't say it, so we're not going to pretend that we are. This is not a girl group. And they have a boy member, male member. And I was like, that is amazing. That is pretty iconic if you ask me. I'm just like, yeah, no, we're not a girl group. Sorry. And unfortunately, Luminous K-pop group has disbanded after 3 years of limited activities, and also Plave are going to be doing fan video calls, which I'd love to see how they do that though, because it would just be them talking to AI, wouldn't it? And that's kind of weird if you think about it deeply enough. Okay, actory people, John Hung Hyung-moo and Hong Joo-yeon announce a May wedding, and Ian from Stray Kids has donated money on his birthday to cancer research. Yang Ik-jun, who is another actor, faces assault charges ahead of release of new film, and EXO-CBX has finished their Japan fan meeting. I do believe I have listened to a few of EXO CBX's music, I think, but I don't remember off the top of my head right now. I've definitely listened to their separate music stuff, like their solo music stuff. Maybe not Chen's, so I don't know if he has much of a catalogue, but I've definitely listened to Jimin and Baekhyun's. But I don't think them as like a subunit. I don't remember though. Don't quote me on that. And I wrote as well, Adore wants media to call New Jeans by their proper name, and I agree with that. I know that a lot of bunnies are saying that girls are, what's it called? I can do it. Independent artists, but I mean, you can't just say that you're leaving your company because you don't like how you're being treated, basically, and that you were being bullied. Like, just briefly on the whole situation, particularly with Hani have the manager of another group set Eyelet's manager said to the girls, "Don't say hi to Hani," and Hani thought that was really mean and stuff. And like, honestly, if I was that manager and I knew that my group was being basically harassed by this other group's members' fans, I would probably say the exact same thing. I would be like, don't talk to her, don't give her any chance to say something to their fans to get you any more hate. Like, I probably would have done the exact same thing. So I'm like, I'm their manager, I don't want them to have to suffer anymore. And it's like, I feel like some of these things are just getting like blown way out of proportion. And that, first of all, like, Adore should crack down legally so hard on these girls that like they have lawsuits upon lawsuits to have to deal with, because they do not deserve to get away with this scot-free. And like, it's just the worst version of 50/50, and they should not get to re-debut just because of the fact that they decided that they want to do it. So I'm like, the only reason, kid you not, the only reason why these girls are famous and popular and well liked as much as they are is because of Adore because of hype, because of the fact that they are under that company. And as much as you can say, like, oh yeah, but the group is like really, really like talented. It's like, yeah, they might be the most talented people under the sun. But I can tell you this for nothing. If New Jeans debuted under a company like Biscuit Entertainment, you wouldn't know who they are. They probably wouldn't have even been able to make their debut in the first place because of the fact that Biscuit Entertainment is not a popular or well-known company. Hell, I didn't even know that they were even a company until like their group Hua debuted. And that's only because of the fact that one of the members is the brother of Rocky from Astro. That is the only reason why I know that group. I wonder if they're still like a group though, because they've not released anything in well over a year. 2 years. 2 years. Yeah, no, they are. They're definitely disbanded, fortunately. Yeah, because like two of the members have been inactive for like so long. I'm sorry, but like no, they are. They're probably no longer a group. So next up we have is Kai. He finished his military service, and unfortunately there was a pokey pokey incident in Daejeon in the elementary school with a girl no longer here and a teacher who has been injured. Irene and Solgi from Red Velvet, their subunit will be making a comeback in the second quarter of the year. So after March, Kim Mingi, an actor from True Beauty, at least that's where I know him from, has signed with a new agency. SM has announced legal action against malicious comments towards Esper. Starship Entertainment announced a new girl group called Kiki and open their social media accounts. And Hanny does not want to re-sign visa documents from Adore. Like, Adore is again the only reason why you are able to be in South Korea and pursue literally a career as a K-pop idol, Hanny. Go back, okay? You're being childish now. And I've wants to pay respect towards a fan who wanted to be like Wonyoung. I believe that was Hanel. She, unfortunate. I don't think it was the Daejeon incident. I don't remember. But yeah, she wanted to be like Hanel and like danced in front of the TV, and her dad actually like went on public record and asked Wonyoung to attend her and like his daughter's funeral. And I was like, that is so sweet. If I was Wonyoung, which I'm not, but if I was Wonyoung, I would move heaven and earth to attend this girl's funeral. So I'd be like, yeah, no, she deserves that. I don't know. I'm not into in the industry, so I don't know how hard that would be. So ONF announced the name of their comeback, ONF My Identity. This next point, oh my god, I wrote it down and I was like, this is going to be really funny to talk about. So apparently, a man in his feet tried to rob a bank with a toy pew pew. So like like Nerf toys, like one of those, or like a water thing that you use during summer. He like got one of those in a plastic bag, went to try and rob a bank with it, and I just obviously I would be scared in the situation. Like I just imagine it happening, and like obviously he pulls it out, and I'm like, isn't that a toy pew pew, not like an actual real one? He's like, yeah, it's a toy. And I'm like, yeah, why don't you just put that back down and leave? Well, no, obviously I wouldn't be like that. I would probably be terrified. Probably hide. I don't know. Next we have 2PM's Junho. When he's coming home from his schedule, he was on crutches and stuff, and it was announced by JYP that he had torn a ligament in his ankle and is currently recovering, which is unfortunate. I know that those can be very painful to deal with. So about halfway through our points, and I've been talking for half an hour. Yeah, no, we need to stop talking every 5 seconds. So Bobby Kim has signed with a tract. Son Min Young, who was a member of the survival program 16, reveals that she was actually meant to be a part of Twice. She was a part of the pre-debut lineup, but then I assume that obviously part of JYP was like, actually, I want to do a survival show. And so she was obviously like put into that instead. 8turn, they announced their comeback single name Lego. And Kiss of Life's Belle unfortunately has lost her grandfather. Hybe's stock is at an all-time high for BTS's comeback, even though it hasn't been like directly confirmed by the members themselves that they will be coming back this year. It might very potentially be next year, and I do actually hope it's next year so then they can have more time. So obviously they're meant to return, and the 4 members that are currently in the military at the moment are meant to return in June. Yoongi's still in there, you know what I mean. Meant to return in June, which will only give them 6 months to kind of be with their family, get back into doing idol stuff with all 7 members. And I can't imagine that's like an easy transition, so hopefully they do take as long as they need to. But yeah. And talking about BTS, unfortunately, their hanbok designer has passed away at the age of 32, so I hope he does rest in peace. Back to Hanny, she has gotten herself a new visa, which means that she can stay in the country. And the South Korean government says that they want to make a Hanul law for teachers to take leave for mental health without any exceptions. Kim Ho Jun says he's innocent despite having a DUI case. And legal representatives actually have weighed in on New Jeans' rebranding and saying it's like ridiculous. So I'm like, yes. Even more people are saying it's stupid. I'm so pleased. And the Seraphim and Overwatch 2 are also having another collab. And Kiki, the Starship group, might debut in March, which we do know is to be true. They debut on the 24th of March from when they released their pre-debut single on the 24th of February, which was the same day as Hearts to Hearts actually debuted. And I probably will talk about their 2 songs at some point. So Jo Yuri, who is a soloist, announces legal action against malicious comments. The Seoul Music Awards will take place in June, which will mark 30 years since they started. We are going to be releasing a full album, We Dream Chaser. High Levels Japan rebrands to YX labels, which then led on to them doing their Survival show. And 6 people unfortunately passed away and 27 are injured during the fire in a hotel construction site in Busan. There's unfortunately a lot of those instances happening recently, and I'm like, oh wow, that's concerning. I do hope that that kind of settle down soon. So next we have is Hwang Yuju, who's a footballer, has been sentenced to a year in prison. I'm gonna sneeze. Let's make into divisions, and he actually acknowledged JSN for the first time in years. Poor girls. Jungkook registers his logo in 9 different countries. I don't know why I wrote this point down. Psy apologizes for not being not having as much weight on anymore. The dude looks wonderful. Stop being mean to him, God. And Boys to Planet, which is the 2nd season of Boys Planet, contestants must be born before the 1st of January 2012. So that means we're going to have some young contestants in that show. 14-year-olds. 13, 14-year-olds. Holy mother of pearl. They should be in school. Fire also broke out at Muhat Girls High School, but no one was reportedly in the building at the time, so no one was injured. Lee Soo-man has released some pictures of his girl trainees and just trainees in general, and they are all quite young, to say the least, but all the best of luck to them, I guess. We has release dates for their world tour. Former Preston member Kyla is engaged, and Stray Kids' Felix. Initially, it was reported that he broke his arm in a car accident and that he wasn't going to be attending a fan meeting, but it's actually just a pinched nerve, which is still painful, but hopefully he recovers soon. And unfortunately, we do need to talk about something that did happen that was unfortunately very sad. Kim Se-ron, actress, has unfortunately passed away at the age of 24, and it was announced by the police that she, how should I phrase this without it being too much? She self-exited. And her agency gold medalist has, former agency I should say actually, gold medalist has expressed condolences. They were very good to her, I believe, in my personal humble opinion, and have expressed major condolences towards her. Different artists and actors and such have expressed condolences, such as Go on, One Bin, what is his name? Bloke she starred alongside with attended her funeral. And I did actually put like points down, but I didn't want to harp too much on it because it's quite a sad topic. So EXO Kitty has been renewed for season 3. The Seraphim's comeback is called Hot. Hearts and Kiki, I did think were going to be debuting on the same day, but it was just announced, just releasing. Kiki didn't debut; they just released pre-debut stuff, and Hearts actually did debut on the same day. P1 Harmony Kiho's mother is under reinvestigation for fraud, and he has come out to speak on it, but I didn't read up on that, so I don't actually know what he said. Sorgi from Red Velvet is to make a comeback in March with a second solo mini album, and Magnetic by Eyelit has reached 200 million views. Are In has been released from prison after serving only 5 months of a 12-month sentence. I can do words. And Sohee from Rise has left his position as a host on Countdown, which comes after many online hate comments saying that he should have stepped down many weeks ago when he couldn't attend due to his schedules. So we're going to leave that there. Park Min Young has joined Darum Entertainment. She is a actress, by the way. Kara's Nicole has joined Kim Jae-jung's agency InCode. J-Hope has donated money to Children in Hospital. Hoshi and Woozi have announced the debut as a subunit, and NMIX announces the release of FEO 304 Forward EP, which is not the full-length album that I genuinely thought they were going to release, but it is good that they are releasing any music. So yeah, that's the first half of the events that I've written down, and tomorrow I'm going to be talking about the other half. More of them I do actually know more about, because I do know some more context and stuff behind them, and also I just generally know more. But yeah, thank you as always for listening. I do hope that my snuffle noises didn't disrupt you too much. They are extremely annoying for me as well. Do not worry, do not fear. I am just as annoyed about how I sound as you lot might be. But yeah, thank you as always for listening, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow for the next part. Bye!